Welcome back to our channel. Today we're talking about something that's really important to understand if you live in an area that gets severe storms. Now we're going over the windstorm or hail exclusion. This is an endorsement that can show up on a homeowner's insurance policy. And if you don't know what it means, you could be in for a big surprise when you go to file a claim. So let's talk about what this exclusion actually does. When the windstorm or hail exclusion is added to your policy, it means that any damage caused directly by windstorms or hail is not covered. That includes damage to your roof, your windows, your siding, anything that happens because of wind or hail, it's excluded. And this can include secondary damage too. For example, if the wind blows part of your roof off and then rain pours inside and damages your floors and walls and furniture, that water damage wouldn't be covered either. Why? Because it was a result of the windstorm, which was excluded in the first place. But here's where it gets interesting. Even if the policy excludes windstorm and hail damage, it still offers a couple of key protections. First, it continues to provide coverage for loss of use. That means if your home becomes unlivable after a windstorm or hail event, even though the damage to your home isn't covered, the policy will help pay for your additional living expenses while you can't stay there. Things like hotel bills, increased meal costs, and other expenses you have because you're displaced from your home. Those are typically covered under the loss of use portion of the policy. And there's another important exception to this exclusion. If a windstorm or hailstorm causes a fire or an explosion and that fire explosion damages your property, the policy will cover that. So for example, let's say a hailstorm comes through, damages your home's outdoor electrical breaker box. That damage causes a fire that spreads and destroys the house. In that case, the insurance company would pay for the damages resulting from the fire, because fire is a covered peril, even though the hailstorm that started the chain of events was excluded. Now, let me give you a couple of claim examples so you can see how this plays out in real life. Picture this. There's a massive rainstorm with high winds. The wind blows a big section of your roof off. Because the roof is open, rain pours inside and damages your personal property, your floors and your walls. If you have the windstorm or hail exclusion on your policy, the insurance company will deny the claim for the roof damage caused by the wind, and they'll also deny the claim for the rainwater damage inside. Why? Because all of it stemmed from the windstorm, and that's excluded. However, if your house is unlivable and you have to move into a hotel for a few weeks while the repairs are made, your loss of use coverage will still kick in. It can help pay for the hotel, eating out, and other extra costs you have because you can't live in your home. On the other hand, let's say there's a hailstorm and the hail damages your home's electrical system, which causes a fire. Fire burns down part of your house. In this case, the insurance company would pay for the damage caused by the fire because the fire is still covered, even though the hailstorm that led to it is not. It's really important to understand this exclusion because it can leave you exposed to significant out-of-pocket expenses if your home is damaged by wind or hail. If you live in an area where these storms are common, talk to your insurance agent about your options. Sometimes this exclusion is added because the home is older, the roof needs repair, or because of your location. Knowing what's covered and what's not is the key to being prepared. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content that helps make insurance easier to understand. Have questions? Drop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.